Hi guys, welcome back to my channel today. I'm going to actually be doing a video on all things Diptyque, the brand. If you're familiar or you're not, this could kind of be informative for you, kind of introduce you to the brand, or kind of expand on what you may already know about the brand, or maybe some different scents or items that you haven't really kind of discovered or explored or anything. So this was actually a subscriber request, which I love, like I've told you before. In the comments below, just write to me what you want to see, or maybe something you just are interested in that you'd like me to film, or something I mentioned before. In my last video, I mentioned how I'm a big diehard fan of Diptyque in general, and someone said I'd love to see a video on those candles, so that's what I'm doing today. Diptyque, if you do or don't know, it is a huge brand, and it has now encapsulated many things other than just candles. Back when I started to collect, it was just candles and maybe a small variety of other things, but now they have a full fragrance line, perfumes, lotions, oils, everything. So there's a full bath line, there's a full fragrance line, so there's many, many things. So you can go crazy with their incredible scents, which is great. I tend to stick to the candle range. I do have a scent oval, which I'll talk about, that I'm pretty loyal to as well. I buy many scents of those, but I don't really explore outside of that. They have beautiful fragrances. I get samples all the time when I make purchases, and I've smelled some of them, and they're incredible. Don't get me wrong. It's just that I kind of associate them more with my home fragrance. So I don't, with candles and things of that nature, so I really haven't explored that. I would love to. There's no reason I haven't. I just, again, resonate more to the, home stuff, home scents. So, and just things for the home, beautiful, decorative candles and things like that. So anyway, let's get into it because I have a lot. This is just a small amount of my collection, which is kind of crazy, you may think, but that's how I tell you, you have to be careful because you may get addicted. It's pretty incredible stuff. So first and foremost, I will mention, if you're in search of a rose, or you're a lover of all things rose scented, you may have searched and searched, and like I have, I love rose, but there's no real true rose. And when you get too florally or fake of a rose, it can kind of smell synthetic. Their rose, go smell it, or just buy it, and I promise it will not let you down. It smells like you have 14 dozen roses in your face. And it just smells so light too, in a way. I don't know how to explain that, but it's just light, it's fragrant, it's a true rose. So it's just the roses. There's a tuberose as well, which is a much more potent, stronger. So I like to say it's like the eau de parfum versus the perfume. The parfums are real strong, and this is the lighter of the two. So if you want just a beautiful rose, I keep this by my bath. When I take a bath, I always burn this, and it just in minutes makes your entire bathroom smell incredible. And just, it's like a clean, I can't even explain it. It's just, you have to smell it because it's light, but it's rich, if that can make any sense at all. So if you're in search of a good rose, I highly, highly recommend this. I have been in search for a very, very long time, and this is the one that's my favorite. So another really popular one that's in their permanent range, just like the rose is and tuberose, is Mimosa. This is beautiful, and I'm gonna forewarn you now, disclaimer, I'm not trained in knowing how to smell the notes and say this is this note and this is the essence of this. I'm not gonna pretend that I know that. I'm just gonna tell you it smells floral, with a little bit of like a clean, beachy scent too. So it's not really a strong flower. It's like a light flower with a springy kind of, I don't even want to say like honeysuckle because I don't like honeysuckle, but I don't know, there's just a light background of almost like a clean, cottony smell maybe. So it's a beautiful floral, but light. It's a very, very popular one. It's probably one of their best sellers, but it's a beautiful, beautiful fragrance for the home if you want one that. Now it's a little stronger, I guess I'd say, than my bay. That's why I love bay, because bay's not really flowery, it's not really woodsy, it's just, I can't even explain it. It's just beautiful, and you don't really get sick of this. You don't get sick of any of these. I mean, they're amazing, but this is, I guess, stronger on the floral side than I would say bay is. So take a smell of this. It's very popular for a reason. It's beautiful, but I only have this size in this, because I don't love it as much, but it is one of my favorites, but it is stronger, and you do notice when it's on. Then they've come out with a lot of limited edition. This is the old packaging for this. They still make this. This is John Galliano, the designer. This is the essence of John Galliano. So this is like incredible. It smells like you're sitting by a wood burning fireplace. It is gorgeous. So this is what I was trying to tell you about the limited edition. They have the John Galliano again. I think it's repackaged because I was like, oh no, is that a new one I missed? And they said no, they just repackaged it. So this is, again, I don't know if it's limited edition or it's just a kind of a capsule collection or a special one that's part of the regular line, but it's obviously different in label and kind of like a guest or a special edition, I guess you'd say. And then what they do is super cool is they do by the boutique. So this is the Beverly Hills candle, and it's just beautiful. I mean, just look at that, Kate. I mean, that pottery, you know, it's just like a glass, almost like a turquoisey blue with a yellow, almost palm prints. It's gorgeous. And this scent is incredible. These are all, I'll mention, the 6.5 ounces. So these are the $65 ones I was mentioning in my other video. But this is like an oceany, light, almost like a tulip. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful scent. So what I was saying is that each boutique, not each boutique, but a lot of the boutiques will do a limited edition special one just for them. So you can only get this candle at the Beverly Hills boutique. And I have Miami, which I will show you, which you can only get at the Miami boutique. So you can call, obviously I don't live in Miami, or, you know, my mom got me that in Beverly Hills when I used to live in California, but if you don't live there, you can call and they'll just send it to you. But you can only get it, so it's kind of cool because it's exclusive. You can only get this at the Miami boutique, and I'm obsessed because I love palm print. This is almost like a palm print, almost like a vinyl on there, and then it just says Miami. And this one smells so good. It smells like Miami. I can't explain it. It does. It smells like tropical air, palm, fresh flowers, beautiful. So this is the Miami one. And then they have New York. I have a Palm Beach. And then they all obviously have different beautiful packaging. So it's just something that you can just kind of invest in and collect. And it's cool. And like I said, you save the containers and totally repurpose them because they're beautiful. And then this one I showed in the last video, and this is almost like, you can't really tell, but it's like a wallpaper. It's like a paper on the outside. And this was one of their limited edition rose. So most of their spring Valentine collection, when they release it, the limited editions are always rose based. So you'll get like, this one has almost like another flower with like a little woodier kind of scent behind the rose. So it's always like a rose floral scent. And it's beautiful. Every year they're different. So then I will mention, this is the rose. Actually, I'll just mention that now. I haven't even opened it yet, but this is the one that they just came out with for spring, the Rose Delight. This is the current Valentine/spring limited edition one, and it looks just like this, the pink with the flowers, the rose flowers on it. So it's beautiful. And this will be a new one that I have to open up. And then this one was the year before that, if I'm not mistaken. This is just a small one. I have a bigger one too, but this has the little lips. And if you can tell, I don't know, but this is like almost like a fabric sticker, which is super cute and super cool. And there's little lips on there. And it's pink frosted glass. So again, they do great packaging, and to boot, the scent's great. So I mean, you can't go wrong. It's just a win-win. Then I will mention the oval. These are the scented ovals, which are a great investment if you want to start. I would recommend this. This was, again, one of the limited edition Valentine ones. And look at their attention to detail. It's lips, roses, and little lipsticks and perfumes. I mean, how cute for the Valentine launch of this. So this is just special to put in your closet or wherever you just want a scent. This one's obviously old. I've had this like a year and a half, so they last a very long time. I mean, it still smells. It's not obviously as strong. And this is just a ceramic disc. And you can't, they're not refillable. I thought maybe they were, but they're not. And it's just a wax like mold that goes in there. This one's been around for a while, so it's kind of drying up. But again, it's been a solid 2 years, so I expect that. But this you just hang in your closet, and it makes your closet smell like you're burning a candle. It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's just so great to walk in there and almost have that scent waft in your face. And it's not overbearing. It's not too strong. It just smells beautiful and clean. And I highly recommend the scent ovals, and they're much more affordable. So start with that. Find a fragrance you love, and then invest in the candles. Because as I show you, you can really invest in the candles. So these are my favorite. These are the IndoorOutdoor candles. They are made, the pottery is actually made in France. So these are beautiful pottery, amazing to repurpose, huge candles. And as you can see, they have 5 wicks. I don't know if you can really see that. So the scent is evenly distributed. You put this in your home and you burn this, it will last you forever. I've burned this so many times and it was only like halfway, I mean, it wasn't even much more than that, and it hasn't still even gone down. And it smells incredible, and it just evenly distributes. The weft goes into rooms upstairs. I mean, I go upstairs, I'm like, oh my God, it smells like I'm right in the candle smelling it. That's how strong it is. And these you can put indoor outdoor. So like I said, they're hot and cold proof. They're beautiful for your patio or if you have a porch. This is the base scent. Like I said, is all around my home. It's my favorite. Oh, just amazing. I never get sick of it. I usually get sick of fragrance and never get sick of this. And it's light and beautiful. I highly recommend this scent. But anyway, I highly recommend this candle. It's $2.95, so it's an investment, but it lasts you forever. And it's incredible. And again, you're getting handmade pottery. It says here even made in France. And you're getting handmade pottery. As you can see, it's a pottery texture. And then this is almost like a black painted glaze over top that you can save forever and use for anything. You know, silverware on your patio or your porch or makeup, I mean, anything. It's just multi-purpose. It's gorgeous. So this is the one I've had. And then this one, my mom, my wonderful Santa, gifted me, I think it was the year before last Christmas. And this is the Christmas limited edition with beautiful stars embossed all over it. And it's the same scent, the Bays fragrance, but it has almost like a gloss. And it is gorgeous. And it's the same 5 wick as that. And again, I like the black. But they've come back with Foie, which is a really woody one, and that's in a big white. It's the same indoor outdoor candle, but that's a big white porcelain gloss. And then I believe there's a fig, I want to say it is, and that's in a purple, almost like a violet colored indoor outdoor candle. So they have a variety. Go check them out or go online. And they're really good about describing the scents. So if you don't have a boutique by you and you can't go physically smell one, they're great about really explaining the notes in it so that you can kind of get an idea. And I promise you, there's like 3 candles in the entire range of I don't even know how many that I don't care for. So that's how incredible all the fragrances are. And I'm not particularly a lover of all fragrance. I'm kind of sensitive to fragrance. So for me saying that, that's huge. So don't be really wary of ordering online if you have to. I mean, I promise you 90% of them you will love. You truly will love because it smells exactly like they describe it. The only thing that's a downside that bothers me personally, is that Bath & Body Works, obviously, they're nowhere near the quality of this, but they all have lids. Most of them always have lids, and I cannot stand when they get dusty. So Diptyque just came out with these a while back, and they say Diptyque Paris, and they're just black, almost like a resin, almost like a kind of like a stone with gloss paint over it, and they fit right on top of your candle. So as you can see, it just goes right on there, and then that keeps the dust out and just keeps your candle clean. So these are great to have, and you can just buy them. They're sold separately, and they're just great to keep the dust out because I can't stand when the candle gets dusty and then you have to clean it. It's just not worth it. So that's the only thing they don't do, but I mean, these, I don't know why, but these I leave out all the time, and they really don't get dusty. I don't know why, but I mean, they just don't. So there's no obviously lid for these, but I don't really mind that they don't get dusty. And then you can get fancy. These are not Diptyque, but I'm saying, you know, just to create a vignette even, you know, I put these cool, beautiful matches. You can get these like Anthropologie or anywhere, and they're just beautiful. They're kind of like a decorative piece, and they have the match strike right there, and they're in this jar. So something fun like this, you know, when you just pair it next to this big, beautiful candle, and I have it on a big marble slab on my front entranceway kind of landing table. I have the big candle on a marble slab with this next to it, and it just kind of elevates it and makes it look absolutely beautiful. And they have tons of these too, which are the little mini ones that sometimes they're in gifts. I don't know if they sell, I think they do. They're like the votive size. And even the votive size will last you. I mean, that's how incredibly high quality the wax is. So I recommend you start with, you know, even if you want to start with this size, this is the 2.4 ounce. Even if you want to start with this size, start with that and you'll see, wow, this is a strong smell. I mean, I tell you, I do this little rose one and the smell literally wafts into my whole bathroom within max 10 minutes. So that's how really, really quality, strong, and beautiful the wax is. And it has many layers too, almost to it. So start with this size if you don't want to commit to the $65 size, but you will get longer wear, you know, more bang for your buck if you do go with the $65 price point one, which is the 6.5 ounce. So I do recommend that. And then of course, you know, if you don't want to start with the indoor outdoor, that's expensive, you're not sure you love it yet. Find a scent you love. Find a scent that you're truly passionate about, and hopefully they'll make it in the, or they do make it in the big indoor outdoor candle. I don't know if it says how many ounces are on this one. It says 51.3 ounce, yeah. So then, you know, if they have the scent in this, perfect. Then you can get it in the big one, and then you maybe don't need as many of the smaller ones because that is so strong and it will go over your whole house. And then this, they sell everything now, like I said. So this I didn't believe in, and I thought, candles, whatever, you don't need to cut the wick. Truly, they sell this at Diptyque. I think it's like 40 bucks. They have a snuffer too, which I use, but this is by Diptyque, so it's quality, it's beautiful. And again, this is part of the accessories. Put this and this by your candle, it just looks bougie and fancy and fun, why not? So this is, and you can totally buy these like on Amazon. You don't need to buy the Diptyque one, but I'm just saying this won't rust, it's nice, it's high quality, it's really heavy duty, and it gives you the perfect cut on your wick. So what this is for is every time, so see here how the wick, I don't know if you can kind of see how that's long. So what I'm gonna do is just put this in there and then just kind of cut it down, just take the tip off it, and now it will burn evenly. So that's what you do, and then the wick just goes on there. So invest in a wick cutter. If you're gonna spend the money on a beautiful candle, spend the money. You don't have, again, have to get the Diptyque one. You don't have to get this fancy one, but go on Amazon, get one, and that way you'll preserve your candle longer. It really does help the longevity of your candle because it will burn more evenly the wax. You won't have big divots in it where it's kind of puddling the wax, and then what happens is your wick will get smothered, and then you can't light it, and it's not evenly distributed the wax, and then it kind of ruins your candle, and the smell and the weft of the smell won't be as strong. So every time you're done and the wick's burnt like that, just trim it down just a little bit, like not even like a few centimeters. Don't cut it down to a nub, but just trim the wick, and I promise you, you'll get longer wear. That's a good way to kind of preserve the longevity of your candle so that you're not wasting it. And again, you can always invest in a scent oval if that's where you want to start. It's a great start, a great investment to start. I think I don't want to quote that. I'll list the prices and everything down and all the different sizes I have so you guys have an idea of it. But I want to say these are in the $40, $50 range, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a good investment, but it's not going to kill you, and it will last you. So, and then like I said, you can find out what you love, and then you can kind of expand it. And they're fun just to have around the home. They're conversation pieces. People will say to you, oh, you know, what is that beautiful candle burning? And then they'll look at it and say, oh my God, it's a gorgeous candle. I mean, how many compliments I get on this one all the time, because it's just gorgeous. It's a decor piece. It's part of your home. It's not just a candle. It's so much more than that. And I used to use Jo Malone candles. I still do all the time. And they're beautiful candles, but their encasing isn't really that incredible. Actually, for my wedding, my mom got me the big size like that, and theirs is actually $4 something. So you're getting a steal with Diptyque, because theirs I think is the same amount size-wise, and Jo Malone's is almost like $400, I think. And these are only $2.95. So there's a steal right there if you're comparing them. But they also have a beautiful, beautiful fragrance, but their jars are just glass jars with the label Jo Malone, which is beautiful and chic, but these just, you know, you can collect all these different beautiful handmade, hand-designed pottery and glass, and then the, you know, the almost like the sea glass, kind of frosted glass. I mean, there's so many different things. And like this one with the wallpaper, you know, that was their limited edition special one with the paper on it. So I mean, there's so many different varieties. And then you can also call the boutiques and find, you know, like the New York one, the Miami one, the Beverly Hills one, and then you can have all these unique different ones in different rooms. So you can go crazy. So I'm not telling you to do that. I'm not telling you to go wild with candles, but there's so much more than just candles is what I'm saying. They're wonderful gifts. I mean, if I was ever gifted, I'm always gifted them from my mom. But I mean, if anyone would ever give me this as a gift, I mean, of course it's incredible, because it's just something that will last you, and you always remember that person, and sometimes associate them with the scent, and that's just a really fun housewarming gift, or just something for your friend or a teacher or whoever. So consider it. Think about these. These are just a few of my many, many, many. And they also gift wrap beautifully. They give you a beautiful Diptyque box. I should have brought one out with a Diptyque ribbon, and they're just really a beautiful piece that you feel like you've spent money on, but it just makes it worth it, because it's special. It's a treat. It's really a treat. So I recommend their brand highly. I recommend you going in a boutique if you have one. If you're blessed to have one by you, go there and just explore. Find what you like. They're very, very helpful. Everyone that works there knows a lot about the line, and they will help you and explain the notes and kind of walk you around, and it's meant to be interactive like that. So there's a candle bar and all the candles are there, and they'll take them out and they'll tell you the notes and let you smell them, and it's just really, really fun experience. So I highly recommend it. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any questions, just leave them below. I will try and list as much of this as I can below so that you guys can kind of figure it all out. I've talked about a lot. And again, if you have any other recommendations for videos, I love, love, love hearing that, and I try to do the best I can to kind of make that happen for you. She said this, my subscriber just said it the other day, and I was like, I'm on it. So I did it right away. So as soon as I can, I will do that for you. So let me know what you want to see, and come back and join me, and please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you like this kind of video, and I hope to see you guys soon. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye.